For Iraq. It is a sectarian war which is happening in Iraq today. And America should not be involved in this, particularly in this war. The reason is because it is the Shia government's oppression against the Sunni Muslims in Iraq. That's the reason today the ISI has become this big, glorious, victorious, spectacular regular army in Iraq. And more interestingly, the Iraq army is actually falling out. The people who's all Sunni Muslims who's in the army and who's loyal to Saddam Hussein is joining now with the ISI. As a matter of fact, after the Liberation Tigers of Tamil, which actually had a civil war in Sri Lanka, had a first terrorist outfit or a liberation army and a air force. Now, the Saddam Hussein's leftover pilots are flying the choppers for all ISI. These developments were not happening all of a sudden one night. This is all happening for years. The day when Maliki took over the government, he started to oppress the Sunnis. That is the mere reason now what is we are seeing in today in Iraq. In the past, Maliki vehemently opposed American presence in Iraq. Today is begging along with Iranians that America should do the airstrikes. As the President Obama very correctly said, the Americans' boats will not land in the Iraq, which is perfectly all right for me. We should not involve, because if we airstrike ISIS today, and the entire world will look at us as if we are supporting the Shia Muslims, which is the more threat and dangerous to us. If other countries are more interested in it, maybe Pakistan, Iran, and Saudi Arabia, they should go and solve this problem, not America. Now watch Hawaii representative, the Congresswoman, Ms. Tulsi. She echoes exactly my feelings. So why we should not go and wage the war in Iraq once again. As a matter of fact, Ms. Tulsi was in the Iraq and she was on the operation and she was even
in 2005, I worked in a medical unit and really on a daily basis saw firsthand the incredible, huge and ugly cost of war and the toll and the price that our troops paid on a daily basis. You talked earlier about the numbers who were killed as well as those who were injured there. Those friends of mine who spent time training the Iraqi troops, it's painful to see their hard work and watching the Iraqi troops literally shed their uniforms. And this is one of my major concerns about those who are advocating for airstrikes and getting our U.S. military back involved in really, truly what is a religious civil war. Your last guest talked about stiffening the spine of the Iraqi troops, increasing their feeling of legitimacy. You can't train away the core issue here, which is that you have a Sunni versus Shia battle going on. You have Sunni commanders, which is the strongest military in the world. We also have a responsibility to be very careful about how and where we use that military force so that it achieves the objective of what is in the best U.S. interest. It is not in our U.S. interest to go and involve ourselves in the middle of what is a religious civil war. Are there specific security threats to the United States coming from terrorist factions? Yes, in Iraq, in Afghanistan, in Pakistan, in many other countries in the world. We have to focus our resources that we have, focus our great military on those direct and imminent threats rather than getting distracted by involving ourselves in another civil war that's occurring in another country between religious factions that have been warring for generations. Intelligence and boots on the ground that can provide that. Taking sides in this religious civil war not only is not in the best U.S. national interest, it doesn't even solve the problem of what is existing there. If we want to take action, we should push for brokering. We should push for brokering a peaceful agreement between these warring factions within the country and support leadership in Iraq that's willing to do that.
I think she has more reason to say no to this American war in Iraq than any one of us.